Hello everybody and welcome back to RimWorld Raider Empire. So in the last episode we have continued working on the vault, digging out the whole storage area. We've made a lot of progress, it's moving along nicely. Oh, what's that? Trade reports, a bunch of money, and we bought another Sooth Pulsar, that's good. So yeah, lots of digging still going on, and we have our power area getting dug out as well. Last episode we came to the realization I didn't expect it to work, but we tried it anyway, and yeah, it's obvious that this one little vent hole isn't going to cut it, so I talked about the solutions to it and the options that we have, and yeah, obviously I still need to wait for feedback from last episode. That way I can make a final decision on how we're going to do it, but we are going to definitely be removing the roofs over this. But, you know, from there I need the feedback. Either way, the plan for today... Oh, we also got ourselves a bunch of our climate control pipe work done and more conduits and stuff, so that needs to continue on through. So we'll be working on that today, and we've got some shields in here. So once this one is done, we'll try it out and confirm that we're not going to have a problem. We shouldn't. It was all measured out. It should be safe to land the big ships in here as long as these shields are minimized. But we are going to be testing it with little pods just in case. But we're going to get our turrets up and running today. So between episodes, or I guess not between, it's between recording sessions, I got all the shields set up so they're the right size. That way they're obviously only going to here. We need to get sandbags still so we can get that going. So we could start with that, just get them in. And that's going to need to go further, but obviously we can only go so far for right now. And that can just go right to the end. Oh, that's not where it's supposed to be. So we'll get all of that in, and then, yeah, there will be two more here once we get that embrasure back into its proper place, but right now, you know, it's easier to go that way to build our turrets than it is to go all the way around and then up. So, the turrets. We should have, hopefully, everything we need here to be able to get them all done. We do need, we should come down here and get this set up for power, that way our power doesn't get cut out. So all this needs to get out of here, but that's not a huge deal. The big thing is we got to make sure that our roof is removed, so we could set that up, and that should be... Oh, large bandit camp quest, not worried about that. This should be fairly safe. I don't see how they could screw that up. It might still be worth the locking one person in here, but we can get that set up, and... Hey, Eden, can you come in here, then we'll lock you in. And that way you can get that done as safely as possible. It shouldn't have been an issue in the first place because it's fairly well supported overall. But again, it's better to be safe than sorry. Are you stuck? Did we just watch you get stuck? Oh, there you go. They were all coming in here to grab these chunks. So they paused so they could figure it out. That's fine, that's fine. So then that's going to go. And then we need to get ourselves all of our power cells brought in here, which is a little bit of a tedious thing. So we can grab that. We have a couple that we have to build as well, but we'll get the 6 in here. I don't know how many we have around, actually. Inventory. What are we looking at for our buildings, power cells? We only have 3 ready, plus the 3 out here. So actually, yeah, we can move these inside now, too, and that'll fill up that room. Obviously, we'll get these other 3 in first. So we want this one. That one's not the one we're already moving. So in that one, we'll go here. And where is that third one? Can we see it? Yes, we can. It's right there. Perfect. So we'll get these 3 moved, and then we'll get the other 3 swapped in here once these are up. We got to make sure our power conduits are up and running. That way, you know, everything's connected. So that wraps around this way up, and then that connects to everything. So yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. Wild Boar, that shouldn't be an issue. Nope. The turrets dealt with it. And then over here, we're still working on digging this out larger so we could vent all this excess heat into here. I had a moment of panic. There was a comment pointing out that these embrasures, because of the way they work, it makes in here technically outdoors, even though it says it's indoors. And it was pointed out that all of our textiles in here would be getting destroyed because we had that problem in Zombieland. But luckily, the skids here, the pallets is the word I'm looking for. They are like normal shelves where they stop deterioration. So if it wasn't for those, if these were just on the ground, then we'd have a major issue in there and we would have lost it all. But because they are on that, it's fine. But when I saw the comment, I panicked for a sec, like, oh shit, how much of the textiles did we just lose? But it's good. So Merrick's out here digging this out. This hopefully will be enough. We should have just moved it somewhere else where we could vent it out properly. but it's kind of whatever. It's 4 degrees. It's kind of cool in here, surprisingly. That's probably because it's all venting into here at this point. So yeah, once that's done, it should be more than enough at this point, rather. So the sandbags are basically done. We'll give it a sec. Eden, you are done all the dangerous parts? Yeah, kinda. We'll just let that run through quickly, and then we'll open that up so we can get the rest finished up. Actually, that should be everything that's dangerous done. So you're free to go. Everyone else can come grab that. And then, obviously, over here still needs all that extra work. And we can get ourselves a few new walls in this as well. Start getting this finished. I guess we're going to need the plan for this. Yeah. Okay. So, walls. We want that running all around here, here, along the front. Basically, obviously, the perimeters. We aren't going to need the embrasures anymore. So we can get those swapped out for normal walls. So this is a dummy on my part. So this is, I've been calling this cirrhosis. No, I've been calling it psoriasis because I've never seen the word psoriasis, written out. And as soon as I seen that, I didn't read it, quote unquote, read it. My brain's just like psoriasis, but it's cirrhosis. And I've heard of cirrhosis before, and it was just a brain stupid. But yes, our dogs are all getting cirrhosis of the liver because they're all alcoholics. But I've made that mistake way too many times, and I've only once been called out on it. And I definitely will not make that mistake now because, well, now I know that I was stupid. But as soon as I saw that comment, I'm like, oh my god, I'm surprised I didn't get more shit from that over the years. Because I guess since it was added, I've made the mistake many a times. But I'm pretty sure I've only been called out once, which is kind of surprising. But yeah, either way, I found that funny how bad it was for me. I guess we're filling in that as well. Is there? I guess we'll get rid of this door and fill that in too. Yeah, and then that door we'll obviously keep and move it to one of these spots. So we could just toss that right there and that should be fine. Then we'll have all this filled in. What was I? Oh, that's a shield right there. Oh, I did plan shields in here already. So, yeah, I should have went... Okay, so I already had a plan. I got really mixed up on what my final plan was for all this. Oh, that's because the shield... Okay, yeah, I understand. I should have went back and watched the planning video so I knew what my plan actually was here. But we had that open, and then the shield would cover that. But yeah, so that shield no longer needs to exist, which means we didn't really need to dig out all this, but it's already done. That's not going to be... If we continue using that spot as the planned shield spot, is that going to work? No. Because right now, unless otherwise told that it's going to screw up the plan, we are going to use the large shield, one like over here and one over here, to make sure this is all covered. So the only time that we should be able to risk the drop-in raiders is when we lose power. But there's a lot of other spots like in here and over here that drop-in raiders could pop in anyways. So I don't know if they're going to prioritize that. It's going to be one of those, you won't know till they do it. And even then, it's not guaranteed that they're going to pick the same spot every time. Either way, we can get more of this in. So we'll bring that over to, oh god, what mess do I got here? Because this really screwed up, because now we got to fill in all right here. We'll get that, and those shields don't need to exist anymore, so those are going to be getting filled in as well. And go away, autosave. We also have a hair self-tame. We're going to have to purge some of these animals, just because they just keep self-taming, and we don't really need most of them. So this should be fine if we do up here, because they'll build that, but this whole thing became a real sloppy mess because of this. It's fine. It's fine, it's getting done. And then we can also get these up in here, and then we'll throw down our turrets. So this should be fine. This has all been patched up, and we have no more debris. We have these single tiles here, because that was supposed to still get filled in. Very visually distracting having that up. There we go. So we need these limestone walls. One here, and then we have a bit of fill over here to get done. So we'll push these up into here. And then the rest of them should be able to go. That's granite wall, which is fine. We can claim these. That way they can get repaired. But that's all going to be filler, essentially, because we're going to have our wall running along there. And then that door can go, because we don't need that. This one here, was there a reason that this is still here? I don't think so, because this is obviously supported by the collapse. And then we do need more granite, so that's already supported, so we could run this. We're going to need to fill this in. We're not deconstructing those walls. That's conduit under the wall that's currently getting deconstructed. So that shouldn't be an issue. But that should be fine to run all the way to here. And then that's supposed to be in the wall. Yes. So we can get that fixed. And we'll wait for those to get done so we can get that finished. And then that should come up here. Then we'll start getting our conduits and lights ran. That way we could see a little bit better. That needs to go in the wall there. And then we need to wait for that to get finished so we can do that side. I can go right there, there, and then all the way around. And we'll wait to finish this up. We could do that one. We'll get that line done once that gets filled. We should check what our granite situation is like. Not that it's a huge deal. Yeah, that's supposed to go like that, all the way across. And that's the end of our vault. So then we'll finish that part up later. We can get that fixed. And that's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. And then these have been done. Oh, we're lacking advanced components here. We sent over a bunch, but apparently we burned through them very quickly. Well, that's fair because we built all these shields. So we are going to need to send a load over. Have we been making our lavish meals yet? No. That's because we're out of meat, although now we do have meat from the hunting because we did turn hunting back on. So that should be getting produced. Here still isn't done yet. Animals, what do we want to purge? Because we got a lot coming in. So thrombos, we're not going to purge. The rhino, Melissa, we're not purging. We'll keep the cougar. And then we do have bonded for that alpaca. The ibex, we can get rid of that. We can get rid of the wild boar. That turkey can go. And we'll keep the dogs because people get angry when I get rid of the dog and we could just give them good medicine. Why not? We got like 1,000 of them. So there was also the bunny? The hare? Oh, it was probably over here. Because we also have a mega sloth over here. Yes, it was. So we'll just get that killed and that way we don't have to worry about it. Alright, so then that's all good. Our power is getting down here. Those are getting swapped out. So then this shouldn't get hot. If it does, it's not like there's going to be an issue with it being hot because no one's ever going to come in here. Oh no, don't be a raid. Okay, good. Peace stock, so we don't need that, or that. And the advanced components, get those sent. So we obviously need to send it in one of these. So how many do we have? Do we need other normal components? No, we got lots still. Okay, so we'll get that sent. We shouldn't need anything else, I don't think. I hope. That should be advanced. Oh, we're actually quite low on advanced components. Huh. Okay. And we still need to find specific components. Nah, I don't remember who sells those. These advanced components. We're almost done with the amount of shields we need. And I don't think we're building any turrets that need them. But we definitely need to go and raid a city and grab some more advanced components. Okay, well that's fine for now, I guess. So we'll get that set up. Oh geez, how much does this use any? No. So it's just the shields. And all we need is 2 big ones. How much does a big one take? And so that's gonna be 20 plus 5. We're looking at 30 and we have 38. And I don't think we have anything else that needs it. Oh, we're gonna need shields for this too. Okay, so we're gonna have to find some, whether we buy it or steal it. That might be a problem. We might just have to buy it. You're not going to be a problem, right? Okay, Dave, can you run a little bit, please? I don't need you getting massacred. You have enough problems. Oh, no. Just a prosthetic heart. We got you all fixed up. Because you had the bad back as well, if I remember correctly. Either way, that's fine. So, turrets. just confirm. These don't need advanced components, right? No, it's just a ton of plasteel. So we want turret, 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 turret. And then this set here is going to be the uranium. And then this is just normal ones. So then we have visitors. Don't need to worry about that. We have turrets all along there. And we'll get those built first. Because they'll prioritize these first because they're going to be closer. We don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. So that should be fine. And then this is getting mined very quickly. Up here is moving along very quickly. These walls are going on well. So then that's been filled. Oh, no, it hasn't. Hey, Jay, can you get these finished, please? That way we don't have to worry about them. Perfect. And then we have just right there for filler. I think that's it. And then everything else is filled in nicely. As nice as we're going to get anyway. I think that's good. Okay. So then that can be a wall here. And then, yeah, that should be all right. And then what's our granite like? So we're at 1600. That's, it's not great. But once we start digging out the area for the vanilla ship, we'll get a lot of blocks out of that, or chunks out of that. So we should still be all right in the grand scheme of things. All right, good stuff. And then, yeah, we need these shields finished. Okay, so either way, what's, so the livestock, apparently we don't need that. So the plan here was, obviously, when we aren't using these for landing, we want them full-sized. That way they overlap and this whole area is shield protected. And then when we need to land something in, we bring them down so it's only taking up the 2 edge tiles. Now this, if I remember correctly, loading now, get a raid. That is 13 tiles, which is the same as this, because that's what we based it off of. Correct? Yes. And then the footprint of the actual ship is everything but the 2 side tiles. So in theory, that should work. It did go to plan. And then to test this, we're obviously not going to risk a big ship, just in case. We are going to drop a small pod right up to that 2 tile spot. Now, what are we up against here? Several separate groups. Down here, here, and it's a good thing we built. Okay, so it's just the 2. Oh boy, I hope they're not landing anywhere else. It said several. Normally that's 3 groups, but I'm only seeing 2. So that's just going to be a lot of anti-grains. It's a good thing we built all these extra mortars. So can you man that? Can you man that? Can you man that? Mirage, come man that. You probably don't need this many, but it's better to be ready than to not be ready. None of these are roofed over, right? No, so those should work out fine. So all of you come in, and that will drop. Do we have to wait for them to come in, or can we drop it now? And it would blow it all up. Well, I guess there's only one way to find out. So drop one there, and we'll hold off on the others and see. We didn't have any else drop in. None there, none here, so that's looking fine. Okay. Oh, and I guess we can get other ones going off now. So that one there can come. They're going to be moving in a little bit, so we'll drop that off there. There's that. Yeah, maybe. How fast are you? Surprisingly not. You just got it very far ahead of everyone. Okay, and then we can grab this one, and you guys are going to want to be hold fire again, hold fire again. That one can't, we should wait to see where those land, if they're going to be enough to do the job on their own. Because they should. Okay, so that one was shit. So this one will drop right over here. Yeah, because we don't have to reload or anything. Wow, you guys absorbed that like crazy. So then that's going to go off. Then that one needs to go. A little bit ahead of them should be fine. You guys are coming in. Yeah, it's fine. We're still good. And then that one's already been off, so we can hold that. And then you can hold for a sec. We're okay to blow up. Yeah, that was Oh, I hate mortars. They miss so terribly. So we'll aim right about here. Our wall here, obviously, we built it 4 thick so we could absorb quite a bit of damage if we need to blow up near our wall. And that one's just about to land, so we'll get... For fuck's sake, can we get one of these that hit somewhere, anywhere close to where I asked them to? I hate mortars. And I'm not getting more accurate mortars because it also makes enemy mortars more accurate. And when we attack cities, that's a major issue. What do they have that's making them absorb so much of this damage? Nothing. They have a few shields. Oh. Oh, okay. So they're all melee ones. So yeah, there is quite a bit of shields in there. So that makes sense why they're absorbing them quite well. I don't know what we currently have going off. Just that one. Okay, so that made them flee. And then we can do just one more, so that's going to need to be paused. That needs to be paused. Is that ready to go? No. So we can grab, I guess, Eden. You can come man that one. And you can... I'm not worried about their loot or anything in the grand scheme of things. But we can drop that. I'd rather not miss and do damage if we don't have to. But we'll drop that about there. Got that? There you go. All right, no problem, no problem. It took way too many shells for that, though. That's all fine. Everything's held. Everything should get loaded. We do need someone to load that one because we took 11 off of that. So, Meat Popsicle, can you do that, please? And I hopefully won't forget. And while we're not really worried about getting the loot, we may as well bring them in and clean them. Do we really want to worry about that? This is going to take time away from doing the things that we're trying to do. Nah, let's just keep going. So then you, free to go. Oh, you're going to all go out anyway. Oh, because being out fire. You know what? Let's just do and allow all. We'll get them processed. So we'll just get you guys all to go free. So you're free. Oh, was that one ready? Yes, that one's ready. That one's ready. That's ready. They should all be ready at this point. You're ready. You're ready. So that should be good. You guys are good. We'll get this fire put out. One right there. Got a bit right here. And then they'll go and process that over time. It shouldn't be like super high priority or anything. But it would be nice to get all these turrets finished up as many as we can today. And then we got some trade done. We don't need none of this, right? Another trade there. Yeah, no, go away, please. And a party. Is that here again? No. Yeah, you guys are fine to go do that. Not worried about it. And we don't have any heat things. Nah, it's all fine temperature-wise over here. The vault itself is still cool. Although in here is a risk because we don't have our vents coming through yet. We can start getting that filled in as well. We have to get over here filled in, so we'll bring that one, and they'll get to that. Forgot that one, and then that room obviously needs to get finished as well. But that's going along nicely. All right. Oh, these doors are going to take them forever to go in and out of. I guess we can hold them open. Because if we have to close them, we can do that fairly quick just by sending someone out. Yeah, that'll be fine. But that'll save us many, not trips. It'll save us a lot of time not having to open and close those constantly every time someone walks through. So you guys are good. Keep going. Good stuff, and everything else should be fine. So you guys are going to work on this so we can get the uranium ones up next. So that's going to be build copy. These are going to take a while to build too. The vanilla one, the steel ones that should move along fairly quick. But obviously there's quite a lot of work that needs to go into these. But that's good. Okay. And then is our advanced components loaded? It should be by now. Yes. So we'll get that sent over. And we'll just drop that there. And do we need to send anything back? I guess we'll have clothing that needs to be sent back. So we'll send clothing back in these because they got to go back anyways. So that should be fine. And then this stuff should get brought in reasonably quick. And then processed so we don't have to look at corpses because that's just going to make people miserable. All right, good. And our pods arrived. So we'll definitely want to bring that in quickly so that way it doesn't deteriorate outdoors. And we don't have to worry about that. All right, beautiful. And then we still have to get all the snipers. The snipers don't take advanced components, right? If so, that might be a problem. I'm 90% sure no. So security and snipers, no. Okay, good. Good. You guys got this? So the specific components, I think the orbital trader, the orbital factory sells them. We don't have one around, do we? You guys are getting this. So this is 30 degrees. Oh, fuck off, autosave, you make it difficult. And it's only 11 outside, so that's still not venting adequately enough yet. Although we still have roof there, which we should get rid of to avoid the bug issue. Let's get that done. And you'll do that first? Yeah, thank you. Okay, and then from there it should be... Oh, that was dangerous. You almost screwed it up on yourself. Okay, that's fine, so we can open that back up. And then that's now outdoor temperature. Okay, beautiful. And what's with all of these animals? Yeah, you're just gonna need to get slaughtered. We don't need a raccoon. All right, beautiful. We're almost done the plasteel ones. So power-wise, we're still well above, so we should be fine with just what we have here with the 6. We really don't need this many rooms. I was planning based on what we currently had here, but we also are using a lot of very power-hungry turrets over here. So I guess it's, since we're using essentially just the lowest power turrets that exist, we don't really need that much power, but it's kind of whatever. We don't have to fill them all if we don't need them. So we'll see how many, because it's not like we have all the power cells for it anyways. But we can have that for redundancy if we do end up expanding like defenses outside at a later point if we need them. And we also have a major break for Nexus. It's the corpses. So you guys are dropping corpses off over here. We need someone to process, which is a hauling job, which it won't do because there's other hauling also. So I need... Oh, who does this? So we got Meat Popsicle. That should be prioritizing that. Meat Popsicle, what are you up to? Right there. You are doing that. Can you come up and get this shit done, please? That way we can get these corpses out of here. And I know I've made reasons before. I don't like doing burn rooms. They're a real pain in the ass to do. And burning them outside just makes it rain. But yeah, either way, I cremate. Get them out of the way reasonably quickly. As long as somebody is doing it, it goes very quickly. It's when there's a lot of other hauling, they get distracted with that, so the corpses themselves don't get processed. But this should go through very quickly for all of them. And we have a caravan quest. We don't need... No, you're not having our plasteel, and we don't need gold, so that's fine. And then we do need to get our cooling pipes brought down into here to make sure we don't have to worry about the bugs there. So this is, there's going to be a embrasure across here. There is an embrasure there and there. So we're going to have to run all of them basically for redundancy, which we're running them everywhere anyways for redundancy. And then we also have this entire wall. Colonists needs treatment. Oh, it's a social fight. That's fine. So we can run this all the way up through here and through, oh my god, there's so much, and through here. Now, I shouldn't do too much because the last time we did all of this, it created a stutter because there's obviously a lot that they're trying to do at one time. So we'll just go with that for now and then bring this across here so we can cool these entrances and in between these doors. It's going to be a really hard thing to have enough airflow to keep all of the cooling up and running, mostly because, you know, especially over here, we're going to have a bunch of doors, so we have to cool each segment of that, or else, you know, one will warm up. But should be fine overall. It's just going to be a little bit of a pain. But that's fine. We don't need a pharmaceutical trader. And then we can also get ourselves a small vent. Luckily, we can use small vents for essentially everything, like in here. Can I put lights on the same tile as vents? Oh, actually, we don't need the double door here. The reason that that was a double door was because that would also then go up that way. So that can get changed up to be more open. Yeah, so we'll change that out after because right now everything's a mess. Stellar Miner, we don't need that, and we don't need any of the, not the traders we're looking for. So we can get rid of the planning. So we can have a vent. Muffalo Revenge, is that going to be a problem? No, it is not. Okay, so we can grab ourselves another small vent for in here, and we'll, again, move these around just like I'm going to do with the lights to make them look nicer as we go. We can get that chunk there filled in. These still need to be filled in. That's all good. That needs to be filled in. Obviously, they're not doing any of this because they're up here working on turrets, which seem to be almost done the uranium ones, so we can get our normal ones up and running too. And then that will be our still got to get the snipers, but that'll be all the shredders done in here. And we still have more than enough steel. Uranium that didn't use a whole lot in the grand scheme of things. There we go. That should be good. So once these are done, we'll get these snipers, and then I guess we could start filling in this stuff and getting this front area finalized, which does mean we have to start putting these vents elsewhere because those aren't in good spots there. That's just because obviously we need to make sure we can cool everything as much as possible. But it's doing well here. So all of these have also been done. So let's get our test done. So we want this minimum. And what we need to do is land right here. That way we could, well, basically we could land anywhere in here. Because I know shields, if you turn them off, like, okay, so the issue is, if you drop a ship into a shielded area, the ship gets destroyed. If you have it at full range and just turn them off, it still destroys them. But the fix is to minimize the size, that way the active shield area is smaller than where we're trying to land it. So in theory, if we can land a small ship in here, as long as I never fuck up the placement, we should be able to land a big ship in here. Let's test that, and we are going to have to refill this with some chem fuel. So what we can do is load this up with chem fuel and get that going to the other base. We'll, how much can we take? 4,800? We don't need that much. We could take 2,000. Although, if we lose that, it would suck. So really, we shouldn't bring anything. We really just shouldn't bring anything. And it's still showing mass. Did that? Okay, I don't know what happened there. Let's reset it with a new one. Oh, does that have stuff in it? No. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Let's load that. Then we can grab that. And it doesn't matter because we're going to launch it right away. And we can just drop that right into the center. And if that works, we should be all right. And if not, then everything's bad. Why is that not powered? That's a good question. Well, the shield's offline because we don't have battery stored, but these ones work fine. Reconnect? Yeah, okay, it's just a reconnect issue. Okay, yeah, that's good. And you should come in any second now. Oh, please don't be an issue. Just make sure I did minimize that, yes. That should be good. Perfect. Now, I guess we have to risk it with a big one. We do need to get fuel into that. So, I guess for now, what we'll do is just get this out of the way. I guess we could test it over here. Yeah, that'll be fine. So, let's minimize these. Oh boy. We're going to test a big one. We got to make sure we know our exact tile. So for now, we can get just a floor marker. And we'll do what we did before with a red. So that needs to be right there for center. Well, that should be safe. As long as we land on that exact tile. And we don't need to launch it from over here because we have one here. It's going to be an expensive mistake. And Benz, you're doing the hauling. Yes. So that should be fine. Oh boy, I don't like this. It could be expensive. Let's launch it. You go right there. So in theory, that should be fine. Assassin, yeah, we're not going to worry about that. Doesn't matter what they give us because we're busy. I think that was a tornado generator. Okay, good. Good, good, good. So that does work. And then we just maximize the radius again. And it overlaps and covers everything. So now that should be safe from drop-in raiders as long as we have power. In theory. I've never had the drop-in raiders land on the shield, so I don't know exactly what type of damage mechanism or overheating mechanism that does for the shield. Because when we get drop-in raiders, they all don't land at the exact same time. They drop in staggered. So it might make it so they drop in and then, you know, the first few will start hitting, doing damage to the shield, overheating it and turn it off. And then we have other ones actually make it through and land. There's no way for us to really know until it happens. But in theory, this is as good as it's going to get. And we got to obviously bring this down to absolute 0 temperature. But that's not really an issue. But in theory, that should be good. Now, from what I've been told, if we have the shield maximized and we lift out of here, we won't lose the ship. What happens is it basically blows a hole through the roof. Because technically these are creating a roof area, if I remember correctly. Why do these not have a shield bubble around them? I thought that was a roofed area issue. But this isn't roofed and we still don't have the bubble like what we have here. You know what? I'm kind of curious. Can we reinstall this outside? I guess we're going to need that connected to power. Can we reinstall this outside? Is it that this map is broken and doesn't show the shields at all? Because I was hoping that they would be there. That way I'd have a visual, you know, don't fuck this up and land a ship there when it's full-sized. But those clearly don't have any. And that there is unroofed, right? Yeah. So it's not like it's the shield being under the roof that makes it not show up. Let's, let me grab. Me, Popsicle, you're busy doing that. Hey, a doggy, can you, come and check that, please? Because they're not set to invisible, so that shouldn't really be an issue. Like, these ones, I get that there's no bubble around it, because, again, it's a roof thing. Yeah, no. They're totally invisible on this map tile. Okay. I don't really know what to make of that one. Because obviously they are working here. It could be that they were built under here, so they're permanently kind of fucky. So if we built a new one out here and then moved it in, it might be fine. Obviously, we don't have the advanced components to do that, but maybe it's something to do with that. I don't know. It's not a big deal. It's just, I gotta make sure I don't screw this up. Okay, that's fine. And then all of these are almost completely done. We still have lots of, yeah, perfect. Look at that. Now we just gotta test it at some point somehow. I don't really want to test it. It's best not to test it, because if it all goes to hell, then we basically are screwed for this. But, you know, in theory, we shouldn't even need this, because obviously all of these walls and stuff are going to be gone. But we should be able to anti-grain, which we still didn't build an anti-grain bunker yet. Oh, the mining's done everywhere. We could get the rest of these walls done. But, yeah, we got to get ourselves the anti-grain mortar system room somewhere in here still. Which, there's room that we can stick it in safely. And there's a lot of other smaller details that weren't really high priority during the planning. So this needs to go all the way across here. We've got to get this filled in so we can get that deconstructed. And then these walls here, we'll just jam into here. And then that's going to need to get done. Then this has been done. Autosave. Should turn autosave off, only because it's such a rare occurrence that RimWorld crashes. But, and obviously if it does crash or anything, then I just restart the episode, because there's no real point to start like midway if it crashes, because then it's lost stuff anyways. It doesn't matter, but that can get done, and then we need to do this in a safe way, because they do mine it out, usually before they get the building side done. So we'll leave those as supports. And then we can start getting those embrasures done in here too. It'd be nice if we can get someone to come in. Hey, Mooncake, can you come in force deconstruct? I'm not sure That's going to be a problem. Because what I don't want is it to pick these and start trying to construct these. I just want the deconstruction side of things done. Just to tidy up all these conduits. That should be good. But we are at time. So that's good for today. We got all the turrets. I should check. Yes, we got all those turrets done. So next episode, we'll get the sniper turrets up and running. We'll get the rest of this power set up. And I don't see an issue with the shield thing that I was talking about. So I think I'm just going to go for it. Because my recording sessions all got screwy. And I was supposed to be able to get feedback for next episode. But I don't want to just record one episode today to wait for feedback tomorrow. Because it kind of screws up what I got going on. But I guess we could just leave that because it's not like it's a big deal. So then what we'll do is we'll start getting all in here finished up. We got to get food sent over. Oh, we're literally out of food. It shows that we don't have food down here, but yet it's saying we have food over here still. Either way, did our lavish meals get made up? No. We're just eating them as quickly as we make them. Okay. It should be getting done. Then down here is now done. So we can mine that, just make sure that this gets done so I don't forget. And then we'll clean up these walls as well. And then that is now properly vented. Obviously in here is cold. So these are finally ready to get closed properly without everything going to shit. So we'll get that going. So yeah, the next episode we'll work on in here. We'll get our storage set up. Then all in here is ready to go. We'll start getting our cooling set up properly so we can start sectioning things off. And then this is going to be the final project because that's a huge one. And we got to figure out the batteries. Got to keep an eye on the traders because we do need specific traders for specific components. But either way, that is going to be it for today. So thank you everybody for watching, and I hope you all have a great day. See ya.